He said he couldn't make it. We'll see.
Public safety is paramount for what we do under Sheriff Dowie's administration, and without the assistance of the police jury and the road crew the other day, we can't offer the services that the citizens of this parish deserve. And this is about the third or fourth inclement weather deal or some type of a hurricane or something that we're having to deal with adverse conditions. And when we contact the State Department and the State Department cannot or will not come, my hat's off to you gentlemen for allowing us to do the things that's necessary for us to provide that to the people of Claiborne Parish. Because without that, there would be some bad things happening.
And I do want to say one thing. A lot of people don't understand, I didn't even understand, why we don't do that on our roads out in the parish. But I was told, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that our roads would not stand it, they would stand it.
It was gouge. Yes. Yeah.
They're not hot mix.
That's right.
They're put down with a lay down machine, ours with chip seal.
Right.
Ours does that after so long.
Well,
And that would only be utilized in certain situations where emergency services personnel can't get to and from a call destination, and when that, lives can be at stake. And so that's the decision that the sheriff made, that we needed some assistance.
why did he choose you to call?
I have no idea. Which it doesn't matter, I mean, I can handle it, but, you know, I just wanted the body to be aware of. I thought it was very, the conversation didn't go very well.
I feel like you were probably much more politic than I was being.
He shouldn't have called Mark.
I wish he'd called me or
He
Sam
shouldn't have
more.
called Mark.
And he'd probably got the talking to that he needed, but, anyway, you're smarter than I am about,
Well, I wanna look, I'd rather look at you across the table instead on the phone, you know, it's just, and that way I got Kevin beside me too.
but,
He gonna say something.
well, look, I'm proud of the job
Yeah.
that those folks do for us.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have my backing, and I feel sure they're gonna have our backing. Anytime that the people I mentioned before make a determination that something needs to be done. You know, I was going up and down the roads with no problem, but everybody's not equipped with four-wheel drive, and everybody's doesn't have the ability to drive on this stuff, you know. I know that one time before, I was out and about and there were people running off in the ditch and what have you, know, so.
Well, you think about how many people we hauled and had to go to dialysis. And if it wouldn't have been for that, we'd have buried a lot of these old people.
Yeah.
I mean, we did it last time in the high storm. I mean, unfortunately, Brian had one that passed away in his truck, taken to dialysis. You know, and because if people can't get up and down the road, if it wouldn't have been for us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at the critter.
They got.
You're talking about medical personnel.
Right.
And I checked around, I checked with other parishes, and I checked with other hospitals, and I checked with other institutions to see how they're doing it, and I never got that answer. What Sheriff Dowie's is doing and what the police jury and the road crew is doing for this parish is uncommon. It's the best public service I've ever been a part of and ever seen, and I would hope that y'all would want to continue that.
Well, look at the people that are on hospice. What in the world do you do if the nurses and the medical personnel can't get to somebody on hospice? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Now, let's thank the good Lord that we're set up in such a way that we're able to do that. A lot of parishes probably couldn't provide that service. You know, we're small enough that we're able to. We know the people that legitimately need help. And so it makes a difference. We're just more like family here in Claiborne Parish because of our size. And it makes a difference as to the service that people get. But,
I can tell you this, Bossier Parish had motor graders on the road too, and he said they didn't, so, but I got pictures of them. So I did my homework.
yeah.
You said who had them on there?
Bossier Parish.
Arkansas had them sons and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
They cleared them up
They'll take the collectors and all, they'll.
Arkansas puts a chemical down, don't they?
They didn't salt any of our bridges, did they?
Yeah.
Did they salt them? Okay.
All the state roads.
On a high note, our little old spreader we bought some years back, 3 or 4, it worked great for the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, it was way better than having to shovel sand out back.
But
Yeah, I bet
next
so.
time we either put barricades on down that hill or go and salt it too.
Yeah.
Salt.
Salt.
And guys, in 2001, District 7 of DOTD had 7 road graders to cover that district.
They've got one now,
Seven.
covering 3 parishes, you told me.
We've got 4. I mean, we could make their job a lot easier in Claiborne.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what ought to happen. They ought to turn the roads in Claiborne Parish over to us and give us that money.
I agree.
Let us hire more employees and we could probably pay our folks better, and I'll guarantee you, we'd do a better job than they do.
After those roads were graded, when y'all first built that, we didn't have any more commercial motor vehicles blocking the roads and having accidents after that. So after they were graded, it stopped the commercial motor vehicle problem that we were having with them wrecking. And they were completely blocking state highways and access for, you know, different things. But after the motor graders got on there, we didn't have any other incidents of commercial motor vehicle crashes.
If they would just turn the maintenance part over to us, let them continue to rebuild bridges, and if they have a major project, fund that. Just turn the maintenance part over to us. Send that funding our way, and let us tend to these roads up here. And I guarantee you, they'd see improvement. Because
That'll either happen or it'll be contracted out in the next 10 years. It's coming, it just ain't here yet. Miss Renee did call and thank us.
Yeah, she
Oh,
called
yeah.
it.
Now, she's
She's good. She's
She's
good as
good.
they come. We're lucky to have her.
They just have her hands tied.
Oh, I know that.
It's just like a deal, we had a bridge on 520 right there before you get to my friend and I in. And it was a big, it was a whole half a bit of this table washed in it. We had chemical trucks blowing out tires, cars, people coming from way blowing out tires. And that's the night that I was with the governor. And I called and she called me back and said that this North guy said they wasn't going out there to fix it. And I said, well, I'm standing there with the man, I'll tell you, I'll get him called. Who you talking about? I said, I'm standing right beside the governor. I'm gonna get him to call. She said, hold on, let me call you back. Well, she called that North guy back, and he said, go on out there and fix it.
And they also wouldn't adhere to the sheriff directed to close that road for public safety purposes, and DOTD, did they not, Sheriff? I think they refused to close that state highway.
They refused to.
But when we have incidents and we're handling it on the scene, and our sheriff directs them, hey, we need this road closed for public safety, can't get that, we've got some
Well, Sam,
issues.
I would think, I don't know, but I would think you ought to have the authority to close any road in this parish.
We do, but you gotta get the state to come do it. I mean, we could've put a deputy at both ends of it and detoured it, you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
a trooper, but, I mean, we don't have that many to go around, you know what I'm saying? I had every deputy I had, but during the ice storm, because of the detour of Highway 9, everybody's doing 520.
Right.
Well, that caused a huge nightmare for us. So that's why I asked them, just close the road for the night, you know what I'm saying? They could've put barricades up and closed the road, and people could've went on into Haynes and come down 79, which we weren't having any trouble that way. They wouldn't do it. Would not do it.
Have we heard anything about the bridge that's closed on Edgewood past the library between 79, any status on that? I know that's DOTD state. but-
They're trying to fast track it. Jimmy.
I've emailed them asking, and they just said, they always say weather permitting, weather permitting. And
They're doing a lot of groundwork.
I wanna give you one example. Out there on 518, out there by the slaughterhouse.
That's bad.
It was terrible. They knew they had a problem for months. She told me that they knew they had a problem, couldn't get them to do anything about it. And then it took forever. I told them, I said, our guys would have fixed that in 2 days. I said, I guarantee you, they could have fixed it in 2 days.
Kevin and I called everybody this side of Baton Rouge over there, and they finally sent inspectors and shut it down.
We had people pulling trailers across there, and it would knock the trailer off the truck.
Yeah,
And all they're fixing was just go in and put something on top, but what it was, if you got out and looked under the side of that culvert, I took pictures of it, it was just falling through.
Well, I don't know who this guy is. Somebody needs to talk to him a little bit.
Who, Noah? I've talked to him before.
No, I ain't talking about you, Kevin. Somebody above him.
Yeah, somebody.
Need to talk to
I
him.
think you probably read it.
Well, look, do we have any other official matters that,
Just
yeah,
real quick, nothing as exciting or pertinent as that, but I wanna finalize that transfer of the building on East Second Street from, I emailed you, Dwayne, and I know that the police jury has passed a resolution to donate it, the town of Homer has passed a resolution to accept it, but I checked today on the GIS tax assessor, and it's still under the.
Yeah, I need a copy of their resolution.
We need to finalize that before we feel comfortable starting to do any work on it.
I need a copy of y'all resolution,
Okay.
get it to me, I'll send it to the attorney to sign the donation papers, and that'll be it.
That's good. Mayor,
Yeah,
you handle
the clerk
that?
sent it to you, I'll check what I thought.
No,
you
I
had.
have not, I have
Okay.
not received anything. I
Okay.
need a signed certified resolution.
anything else?
Mayor, you want me to send that to him?
All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make.
Have a motion? Have got a second? We're adjourned.